Hey, I'm Lex.
And I'm Serena,
host of the Dream Body Playbook podcast,
a show all about transforming your life
and your body to what you've always dreamed of.
On our show, you're going to find hella inspiring guests,
and you'll get weight loss tips galore from top pros in the industry.
And you're going to hear fitness secrets from the CCP team.
Plus, you'll get nutrition and training help with our Is It Worth It episodes, where we'll review the latest trends hitting the internet to let you know if it's actually worth your time.
Listen every Wednesday to the Dream Body Playbook. What is up, you guys? Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to the Dream Body Playbook podcast.
Welcome back.
How was your week been?
It's been great.
Yeah.
I feel like when we do these recordings back to back, we like spill the tea on everything on the first one, and then we don't have any like juice for anyone for the next one. We don't have any like gossipy stuff to talk about. Not gossip, just like updates, you know?
I can give like a somewhat of an update.
Please
I guess,
do.
but I did not give on the first one. So
we should really keep some separate.
We'll keep them separate. I'm trying to do like more local events.
Ooh.
And I got invited to do like the Charlotte Earth Day.
Okay. When is that? When's Earth Day?
I think it's in April.
Okay.
I could have swore they said April, but it would be like for Coca-Cola.
Oh, cool.
Like doing like a sponsored event with Coca-Cola for
That's cool. Is it just like a festival or a conference type thing?
I think like an event, or I don't know what I have to do yet. I applied, so we'll see if I get in.
That's cool.
But I got this other company in here in Charlotte asked me to come to an opening for Burn Boot Camp. I'm probably not going to do it, but I'm going to be like, hey, thanks so much for the offer, but like, can we do a different like event?
Yeah.
I just,
Burn
like, why do you have to be Burn?
Burn just really doesn't mesh with like
it doesn't.
Your beliefs and
exactly.
stuff either.
So it's like, I don't know. I mean, it sounds cool. Like there was like an event, you get the free admission, then you get like free food from Kayonda and like all this stuff. And I'm like, why? Like,
cool.
Anything else but Burn.
Yeah.
Please.
I agree.
How about you have an event for us? Not you, but you know what I mean. Like
I was about to say.
No, I mean like yes, like I'm talking about the marketing company or whatever it's called, 7th Street or something marketing.
Oh, okay.
They hold an event for us.
Would love it.
Would love that.
I'll
throw that in there.
Yeah, I would love to host a live event.
We should.
We really should. And it's on my to-do list or like my dream board for like the next
we'll get it
year or two. As we just mentioned in the last podcast that you heard, we've got a busy 2023. So definitely it is on my mind because I think that would be the most fun thing, not only to get all of our clients together, but also other people in this podcast listening community or the Instagram community or the Facebook group community, just coming together, doing a live workout, maybe having a like speaker on mindset, like, you know, all of these different things. I would love to do it. If you guys want us to do that, let us know. But it's definitely like in my head. I would love to do it.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah. Eventually. But that's cool.
Yeah, so we'll just see. We'll just talk to them. Maybe we can work with them to like put it together.
Possibly.
We'll just see.
I do want to start getting more involved in like, what's up, y'all? So we don't run ads on this podcast, and we probably won't ever. Our goal here is to share as much information and value with you as possible, with a little entertainment, of course. But with that, we need your help in getting the word out about the Dream Body Playbook. So all we're asking for you to do is send this episode to a friend that you think would really benefit from it, or share it on your social media stories and tag us. Also, one other thing we're going to be doing is giving away a $100 Amazon gift card to someone who rates and reviews this podcast every single month. So thank you in advance, and we're looking forward to reading your reviews, but we'll get back to the episode. Not necessarily conferences. I do personally love conferences because I feel like I learn a lot from conferences.
Yeah.
But like health and wellness events, like I want to start because there's so many that happen. Yeah. I just feel like I'm never in the loop of like when they happen. You know, like
right.
I found out about them like after I see pictures of them already happened. You know,
exactly.
But I would love, especially working from home and stuff. Like that would be so fun to just like get more involved in like things like that going on. But yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. But anyways.
Fun newbies. Anyways, you guys.
We're going to be talking about, I feel like it's kind of a hot topic right now.
Yeah.
In the fitness community. But I could be wrong. But it's deload weeks.
Deload 101.
Yeah. So like how to set them up, what they are, how do you know when you're ready?
Yeah.
Examples, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you kind of want to like start off with what even is a deload week?
Yeah. So deloads are you saying thank you to your body.
Yes. That's a good way to put it.
It's pretty much a week that you take where you're decreasing the volume of your training.
Yep.
to allow yourself to recover better. Maybe you have been going pretty hard in the gym, especially you need deload weeks if you are doing like progressive overload and stuff as well, to really bring your body back down to like, hey, you're fully recovered and ready to rock and roll. A lot of times after a deload week, you go back into like your normal training and it's like, boom, power, because you are so rested and you are so recovered. But there's a lot of little nitty-gritty things that go into it about like when you should take it, how you should do it, which we'll touch on a little bit more. But that's the big picture of it. It's like saying thank you to your body and giving it rest for a week without taking like a full rest week.
Right. That's what I was saying. I feel like a lot of times when people hear deload, they think like, oh, I'm just not going to go to the gym for the week.
You're still you're still training. You're just decreasing the volume of your training. So when you think volume of your training, you're thinking the weight that you're lifting and also the amount of sets and reps that you're doing. You're just decreasing that for that week.
Decreasing all of that and bringing this into it. So you could also like, I'll just do like a quick story time of my typical deload. But usually like I know I'm getting ready for a deload when I'm constantly exhausted. Yeah. My legs or my arms or whatever it is that I'm like typically working on are way more sore than they normally are. Like I wake up like feeling like I get hit by a truck every day. Yep. And then like I start to feel like almost a little bit like I'm getting sick.
Yep.
I called it
the gym flu. I could have sworn I've heard that somewhere before. If not, I'm creating it. The gym flu. And it's kind of like where you're killing it in your workouts and you are feeling really good. You're eating and fueling yourself properly. Yep. But then all of a sudden you kind of feel like you're getting a cold. Yeah. Maybe you're a little snuffly. Maybe you headaches. Maybe you're not sleeping as well. Just like a little achy type stuff too. I like to call it the gym flu.
I love that
But this is a sign, hey, maybe it's time for a deload week. You need to allow some recovery to happen in your body.
Yep, your body's like, whoa, chill out.
Exactly.
Okay, so I like to listen to those like cues from my body to know
all about biofeedback.
Need a deload. I typically set them up. I usually do the same exercises as I would normally do. I just, instead of like 4 or 5 sets, I would just do like 3 max. I would drop the weight like significantly. So let's just say, for instance, I'm shoulder pressing 30 pounds. I would drop that to like 15. Yeah. Maybe even like half. Yeah, maybe even 10, depending on the situation. I mean, right now it would have to be pretty light because my shoulder, but dropping it in half. And then instead of like, 12 reps, I might just do like 6 to 8 or even 10. Yeah. But going off of that, you could also structure your deload week to look something more like stability and functionality and mobility as well. So rather than, just doing the same stuff that you'd normally do, switching it up a little bit, still giving yourself a little bit of a challenge, but it's not like you're pumping super heavy weight, just focusing on the actual like form, mind to muscle connection of the movement, and then
slow movements.
Exactly.
Like a lot of times when you're training with like progressive and stuff like that, I don't want to say it's like quicker movement, but it's more power filled movement.
Yeah, because you're getting into it.
Right. For deloads, like even if you're doing, let's say, an RDL with barbell or whatever, right? Yep. And you're only doing 3 sets of 8 reps with half the weight you normally do. Slow and controlled to make sure that you are triggering every single muscle. Yep. But still going with smaller, like lesser volume. But the slower movement you see, I don't know if you ever looked around and seen anyone in the gym. I've personally seen people doing this where their movements are like almost slow motion. Yeah. But it's because they're focusing so much on triggering and firing that muscle with the lighter rep or lighter weight and lower reps. Mm-hmm. And that is where you can really find the benefits in deload weeks too, because you're not like stressing your muscle out as much. It's a lot more controlled.
Yep, and you're targeting those muscles that might not normally be targeted. Right. Like during a normal movement. So like, okay, yes, you're doing your RDL, but let's say when you're doing them regular weeks, you're just more focused on like your glutes or something like that. So your glutes are really fired up. But then let's say your back starts to hurt a little bit if you're not. If you guys are really loving and relating to this conversation and want to continue to learn more about this topic and countless others, listen up. This is for you. We want to give you access to our free community of women on similar paths to you. Shoot us a DM on Insta with the word Facebook and we will get you in there ASAP.
Get those stabilizers.
Yep. So by going at like a slower pace, you can not only make it like a more hamstring focused movement, but you can get those stabilizer movements so your back is less likely to hurt the next time you go into the regular sets.
Exactly. It's going to strengthen those smaller micro muscles that will help support you during your heavier lifts.
Yep.
Yeah, I
love doing that. And I love doing the stability stuff for hitting those smaller muscles because it's like, oh, and it's like you're still like feeling it. Like you'll still be sore afterwards. Bands are great. For deload weeks.
That's so true.
Like you get a good workout from a band.
Yeah, because you're using it's body weight plus resistance. So there's gonna be that extra weight there, but you're not adding like a load of extra weight onto you.
Yeah, it's like not like an unsafe,
right,
like unbearable load. So
exactly.
Something to think about.
No, bands are great. Yeah.
Cool. I love bands.
All right. So when you were like game planning, I know we were talking a minute ago, none of our clients are really in deloads right now, but we have some with them coming up. They need deload soon due to certain signs and biofeedbacks we're seeing now. How are you going to properly like set them up to be successful during that week?
Okay. So depending on the person,
right, of course,
and their biofeedback, I might actually cut their training volume in half, like days wise too. So most of our girls go for like 4 days. So if they're doing 4 days, I might only do 3.
Yeah.
Depending on if they really, really need it, I might only do 2.
Yeah.
But
with some active recovery type movement stuff.
Yeah. Maybe like some incline walking, or a lot of them live where it's like nice outside, so they can go outside for walks.
Yoga.
Yeah, yoga, exactly. So I think what I'm going to do for one of our clients in particular, she's at the gym doing barbells, dumbbells. I think what I'm going to do for her is just put her back on dumbbells for like 2 of those days, and then yoga on the 3rd day.
Yeah.
And then just leave the 4th day as like a walk or something like that. And then obviously cutting down the sets, reps, and weight.
Think simple here.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get too complex with it. Just because it has a fancy name of like deload week, you know, it doesn't mean your workouts have to be a fancy strategic style workout. Simple is better during these weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't want to think about it that much.
No.
Your body's already like, hey, I need a break.
For sure. And also the thing is too, when you are doing these deload weeks, it's really good for your mental health as well.
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, because I don't know about you, but I like love going to the gym. But then it also is like, since I live 25 minutes away from my gym, I'm like, oh, okay, every time I go to the gym, it takes up like 2 hours of my day.
Yeah.
So like I'm a little bit happier when I don't have to go to the gym as much, because then I don't have to like plan extra time out of my day and get other stuff done.
Right. It's also these weeks where you're kind of going less, you're not doing as much. It's going to help with like if you do struggle with like gym obsessions or like an obsessive workout attitude where you feel like you have to train every single day, like things like that. It's going to help with that balance. But also, what would you say to someone who was worried about taking this week as like more of a decompress and less time, and worried about getting out of their routine or worried about getting out of their schedule and being able to hop back into it? Kind of like what we talked about on the last episode we just did of getting back into it after travel. But for this one, it would be getting back into it after a deload week when you did change their schedule completely.
It's not going to ruin your progress.
Right.
It's like
that's
the
first
and
thing.
Foremost thing. If anything, it's going to benefit it and help it because you're giving your body the rest and recovery that it needs and wants,
right,
and is craving. And usually, like we said, you're usually more powerful. You might get better lifts. You might get better pumps if you're looking for that type of thing coming off of a deload. And usually for me, I'm able to lift like not 5 times heavier, but like I'm able to lift a lot more coming off of a deload than if I was to just keep pushing through.
For sure. It's just like if you were to, we haven't really spoke about these. I don't really think a lot. Maybe we have, but refeed days. Like if you were to take a active recovery day plus a refeed day and then go and hit legs the next day, you're going to probably hit a PR.
Oh yeah.
Like your body's going to be like ready to rock and roll. Same goes for these deload weeks too, you guys. And that's kind of something I want to talk on a little bit too, is your nutrition during deload weeks. It doesn't change.
No.
It does not change just because you're working out less. It doesn't change. You guys, you should be fueling your workouts before and after, no matter what anyways. And so for these deload weeks, maybe you just have a little bit smaller of a pre-workout and post-workout snack because it's not quite intense of a workout.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you need to change. It's the same thing for like rest days versus active days. On your rest days, you just aren't having that pre and post-workout snack, while on the active days you are. That's the only thing that changes. Your macros and stuff, especially if you're getting, like if you're one of our clients and you have macros from us, we've already taken into account all of this movement. Like that work is done for you. Don't stress about changing your nutrition just because you're not moving your body as much.
Exactly.
Because I feel like that's something that a lot of people dive into and think, oh, I'm not working out as hard, which means I have to eat less because my calorie deficit will be off.
No.
Yeah.
That's all right. We already accounted for all of that.
You're good. You're good. We got you.
Oh, yeah. Have you heard health and fitness coaches talk about how your metabolism can help you burn fat even while you're sleeping? And you just think, how? Trust me, we get it. It's all so confusing to know what you need to do to get your metabolism working the way you want it to. But today, you're in luck. We have created a done-for-you daily checklist that will set your metabolism on fire. All you have to do is DM us checklist, and we will send it your way completely for free. All right, now let's get back to the episode. Well, I feel like that wraps it up. Let's just recap like how to know when you need a deload week. Okay, so 1, you're just exhausted physically and probably mentally at that point.
For sure.
2,
I would say either gym flu.
Yep.
Gym flu.
I'm waiting for you to say the term.
Yep. If you're feeling kind of icky, maybe you're got a cold coming on, but you know that like you're not really sick, just feeling a little bleh and off.
Yeah. You're not really sleeping that good. Maybe.
Brain fog.
Yeah. Maybe you're getting like 8 hours or something, but you're still waking up
tired.
Yep. And then 4, the biggest thing for me is I am way more sore.
Excessive soreness.
Yeah. Like super excessive soreness, which actually just happened to me the other day, but I'm just now getting back into the gym 4 times a week.
Yeah.
I've been working my way up. So
yeah,
I'm not ready for a deload yet, but
no. Yeah. And that's something too. If your soreness is lasting longer than like 2 days, we need some more recovery. We either need to take a deload week or we need to focus on our stretching and recovering and stuff before and after our training and things like that. Or we need to space out our workouts a little bit more. So if you're a person that does legs 2 times a week, for example, making sure there's plenty of days in between those 2 sessions. And for any muscle group, I just know that their legs are kind of the things that people hit twice in a week if you're really trying to like grow a dump truck or something. Yeah. I love that term.
I love it. It's a good term. All right. Well,
perfect.
I think that about wraps it up. If you guys have any other questions, as always, let us know on the Instagram. Send us a message that says deload. Yeah. And we can fill you in and kind of walk you through if you need it or not.
I'm pretty sure we have a training as well.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. And this is quote unquote technically a training, I guess.
Yeah, this is technically, you're basically going to get the same information here as you would inside of this training. It's just there might be, don't quote me on this, you guys, because I made this training a while ago. There might be visuals, but I'm not 100% sure.
Let's hope there is.
So if you have any questions, let us know. Other than that, we'll talk to you next Wednesday.
Bye, guys.
Bye.